got that Mitchie dude, you got AR-15, you got D'Lo, who's still relatively young. Malik
A
Beasley, who's
rat.
young.
Don't bring that rat name up no more on my live stream. We ain't talking about that rat no more. I can't believe the Lakers brought this rat back, man. Are you kidding me? Let's
at
stick
least
to the
at least
Lakers,
you
man.
bring
This is
in a
the best
guy.
of seven sports talk, guys. Episode 167. Mitchell in the building, man. We got special guest Ty TV, man. Let's get into the next quarter, second topic of discussion. We're gonna stick with LA and the Lakers. Let's talk about my man LBJ. 38,390 points. Last night, LeBron James surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the NBA all-time scoring leaders list. I saw you be very disrespectful earlier in our group
Oh
chat, Ty.
man,
You've been
man,
creating
come
some
on,
content that's been very out of pocket, violating LeBron in
man.
his greatest of moments. And I get it. This is what the haters do, Ty Bayless. But let me ask you another question, Ty Bayless. Why is LeBron James to you at this point still not the greatest of all time?
I mean, you got to look at this. See, my 11-year-old self in that Dallas Maverick series, I just never could see him as the GOAT at that time because it's like, would Jordan lose that series? I don't think Jordan would. With that personnel he had early 90s, late 90s, it don't matter. He's not losing that series. And I know it was LeBron's first year in Miami, but you had a dominant team. Nobody could basically stop your team. But for you to lose a series, I'm never forgetting that series. And then secondly, you're 4-6 in the finals. Would you rather? Now I know a lot of LeBron fans love LeBron so much, and a lot of y'all. What boggles my mind is a lot of y'all say I would rather go 4-6 in the finals than 6-0 because of the fact that you made it to 10 finals. So you're telling me you would rather now, Seven, be real here. If you were in the NBA, if you were a superstar, and if you won championships, would you rather go 6-0 where nobody beat you? You won more rings, or would you rather go 4-6? And
Anyone
then he
by
won Defensive Player of the Year awards also as well.
I mean, I think anyone would want to be undefeated on any level. But when you say 6-0 versus 4-6, this is why you're so disrespectful. And then when you say stuff like you can't get over or you can't let go the final series in 2011 versus the Dallas Mavericks, are you kidding me, Ty? Do you know what LeBron James have done since that finals? Bro, his legacy have been written pretty much the year after that finals round, bro. So how are we still talking about the 2011 NBA finals, Brand? Like, let's be honest.
But let's be real here though. He's already had finals experience at an extremely young age. I don't count that against LeBron.
You
That's
can't
actually
because
really
he was
great.
going against four Hall of Famers in 2007 when he played the Spurs. And look
But
at the
that
team he
but at the
had.
same time, let's be real here. Those Cleveland teams weren't bad as much as I mean they had what 260 win seasons.
What
Am I
all stars
wrong?
that
They
what
damn
all
near
stars
almost
that they
won
had? They did
seventy
in a
games.
weak Eastern Conference, yes. But what real players did he
Mo
have? Riley
Williams,
Zerbiak. Everybody know the roster that LeBron had with Cleveland. Don't do
Williams
that.
was an all
Don't
star.
don't do
Mo
that.
Williams was an all star.
A
Zidane
one-time all-star?
Ilgauskas and all
Really?
still and all. You got to give those guys those. You get
This is unfair.
Seven. I know you like LeBron, but listen, you got to give these guys their credit. You have to give these guys their credit because
Bro,
they helped
are you
LeBron win
serious?
60 games.
Hold up. You're talking about I gotta give somebody some credit. You have the audacity to be talking to the national public saying that to me? Bro, LeBron has surpassed Magic Johnson this season in assists. He just passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the all-time leading scorer last night. And do you know, Ty, that LeBron James, before it's all said and done with, is going to actually pass Gary Payton in steals all time? He's only less than 100 steals away from passing Gary Payton. He's already
But
top
you know,
10. You want to tell me that he's not the GOAT? Bro, what?
but hold on, those stats that you're talking about, Gary Payton had those amount of steals in less time, I believe. Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson was forced to retire. We ain't gonna get into that, but he was forced to retire, and the amount of time he had all those assists in less years just lets you know how great of a player Magic was. Even though I believe Kareem's the GOAT,
I'm not
I,
gonna
I
let
pay
you do
homage
that
to
in
all
the,
my.
I'm
I'm
not
a
gonna
I'm
let
a
you do
young
that in
cat.
the LeBron. I'm not gonna let you do that in the LeBron argument. What you mean, Magic? He was forced. Magic cheated the game. Magic was sleeping around with a bunch of women and Magic got caught up. Let's call it what it was. We ain't gonna sit up here and talk incomplete. Magic cheated the game. Magic was out here doing things that he wasn't supposed to do, and that's the repercussion. I'm not blaming LeBron for that. Just like when Jordan cheated the game at the 93, gambling, and he had to leave because it was about to be a black eye on the NBA. Don't nobody really want to talk about that. That didn't have nothing to do with his father passing away. David Stern and them backdoored Michael, try to make sure he ain't that league. The brand didn't get blemished because of what he was doing with his gambling. LeBron has never cheated the league. Never. Never. Come on, bro.
I'm not
We
saying
watch.
LeBron has cheated the
Let me
league.
ask you a question. Have we not watched
Okay.
Michael Jordan reach his apex and fall from it?
He retired too many times for me to even call him the GOAT. When
I'm
you
just
retire,
asking you.
that's why I put
As
Kareem
great as
over him.
Michael was, have we not seen Michael at his apex and fell off? When he got to Washington, it was not he fell off. I
He
mean, he
was
still
still
put up
averaging
numbers.
20. He was still. That's what I'm saying. He was still that team. He basically came there and saved the franchise because
So that was the
you
same
and I
Michael
both
Jordan.
know.
That was the
But
same
you
Michael
and I
Jordan. You
both.
telling me that? Same level?
But hold on, you and I both know that Washington team was about to be one of those expansion teams to where they were about to relocate. That's just how bad they were. They needed someone
I'm
to
not
save that franchise.
no. I'm not holding Michael responsible for the lack of success that Washington had. I'm not talking about the team success. I'm asking you, was Michael Jordan still playing was that still Michael Jordan in Washington? Was that
That
still? I know
wasn't.
he had that wasn't right. So we seen Michael at his apex fall off. LeBron is in year 20, still playing at the highest level. We haven't
He
seen him fall
missing the
from his
playoffs.
apex yet. Huh?
Missing the playoffs. Missing the
Missing the
playoffs.
playoffs. That's
Missing the
what we doing.
playoffs.
That's what we doing.
But
A
the,
guy who went to 8 straight NBA finals. That's what we
Mr.
doing.
Seven, Mr. Seven, you want to talk about the Wheat East and another argument? Let's talk about the Wheat East and that argument because every team, when he was dominating, every team was going through rebuilds. Chicago done went through a rebuild while he was dominating the East. The Bucks had to go and get a new number 34, and you know, Boston had to rebuild, getting rid off of KG and all them. Brooklyn had to rebuild. Atlanta had to rebuild. Go get rid of Al Horford, all those other pieces around him back in the day, and went and eventually got Trey. I mean, all these Magic rebuilding. I mean, all these teams in the East was rebuilding. The East was very weak since basically 2009, 2008 ish, around that time. I would say the
But
East
why
was
when
still
we have
pretty
a
good
LeBron
in the
James
2000s.
conversation, Ty? Why when we have a LeBron James conversation, you have to be so incomplete? Two things can be true. Yes, the Eastern Conference wasn't the superior conference when LeBron was making his run. But what about what LeBron had to go through in the final round? You just going to bypass that. The Hall of Famers in San Antonio, the 73 and 9 team being down 3-1, winning game 7 on
The
the road.
old
You're
Hall
not
of
even going to
Famers.
speak on that. You're not even going to speak on that.
The old These are the old Hall of Famers that you're talking about. These guys were still
Wow.
old.
Wow.
They were old. Tim Duncan and all of them was old.
Wow.
D
That's
Wade was
crazy.
still relatively. He was barely there. I'm gonna give you fairness on this point. D Wade was barely D Wade the last couple of years. Bosch his own little issues. I give you that, but then again, at the same time, that don't give you an excuse for damn near losing both of those games, both of those series. Because Ray Allen, I can make an argument right now. History would have been different if Ray Allen didn't hit that shot. And this is Ray Allen that we're talking about. a top
I am
four,
going
top three,
to
arguably at.
no finish your thought.
Go ahead.
Finish your thought. I apologize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You getting cooked on this LeBron debate. You defending LeBron all you want to. You could defend LeBron all you want to, but he had some final loss. Those Spurs finals, I also question him for those finals. He had a good run before Ray Allen shot that three. He had a good run before
A good
um
run.
that
He
J.R.
was
Smith
2000.
situation.
He was back-to-back MVPs that season. A good run. Really?
Back-to-back MVP seasons and was still 1-1. Should have won both finals, and he
He
lost that
did. He
last
beat
one.
OKC. He
Ran
beat
back to
OKC.
Cleveland. Yeah, and listen. And by the way, Mr. Seven, let me tell you this real quick. The man ran to Miami to go play with a championship experience player and D Wade. Didn't want to build his own championship team up. Didn't want to fight through the grind. Didn't want to go through the grind of having to fight. Because let me tell you, if LeBron had stayed in Cleveland, he would have eventually won a championship. You can't say LeBron is just that great. I'm giving you credit where it deserves now. He's great. If he had stayed in Cleveland, he would have won at least maybe one or two championships. And then with the East getting weak, and then he was still a youngin', he would have eventually got into form and learned how to win. So why did you have to leave Cleveland? You was winning 60 games, 50 games a year. You can't sit here and make an excuse for LeBron. He had to go and run to D Wade. Now, Miami was a below average team
Thank
before
you.
he got there.
Thank
But
you.
then
It's
again, at
about
the same
time you
time,
start talking
D
complete.
Wade
It's
still had
about
that.
time. Thank you.
But I'm giving you fairness. But D Wade was still a championship guy, a Finals MVP, a guy who finished in MVP voting before in his career. You can't sit here and sleep on D Wade and how he helped LeBron become that championship. D Wade had to take a back seat just so LeBron could play to his best ability and they win a championship. So that's what I'm saying. That I don't think LeBron is the GOAT. I think it's Kareem. You're talking about a guy who won the best player award, MVP award, high school, college, NBA, six rings.
A
He
hater.
won Defensive Player of the Year
Another LeBron
awards.
hater. Another LeBron hater.
I'm not
You
a
see his
LeBron
face
hater.
last night? You see? Did you see
I
Kareem's
pay.
face last night, Ty? You see his face?
Man, please. Kareem knows damn well it is easier to score in this league now than it was at his time.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, now, hey, y'all with the cooler kick. Keep street, we run this shit. Fell back after run it up. Then my last bitch, she was dumb as fuck. How about get the spraying something? Cause my last ox wasn't saying nothing. Whole stunting, big pimpin', whole hunting. 38 with the cooler kid in the mall with me like Joe Budden. These hoes front.